Hey there, I'm Chris with Sun and Property Management. Hope you're doing as well today as I am. And today I'm going to talk to you about what does property management cost? What if I told you it was free? I'm just kidding. All right, well, kind of. But seriously, really property management should be close to break even or save you money in multiple cases compared to managing property on your own. You might be thinking, what? This is just crazy, stupid marketing, Chris. And I'd say, well, maybe, but here are a couple arguments for that. Number one, we tend to get pretty good rates with professional vendors and discounts, and we have a pretty good idea of what things should cost and how things should be fixed. So oftentimes we end up saving for our clients in a big repair what they might spend in property management fees for an entire year or at least several months. The second thing to think about is property management fees are almost always going to be tax deductible. So if you make, if you're in the 25-30% tax bracket, you can just kind of take that off of whatever our fee is, and so we end up being a bit cheaper than you might actually expect. Another kind of thing to think about is if we are able to place a tenant a little bit faster than you may have on your own, that in and of itself could pay for the management fee for the year. I sometimes see properties that are out on the market 2 or 3 months because owners maybe haven't marketed it well, or they're not sure where to put it, or they're not great at screening potential tenants. And that can kind of lead to a lot of extra vacancy that could more than make up for the management fee. Lastly, the biggest thing I see when people place folks themselves is, they get that heartfelt story from a tenant and really want to help someone out, and they move in and they do thousands of dollars worth of damage. Again, that in and of itself could more than pay for your fee for several years. But let's get down to the nitty gritty of what's the cash out of my pocket, Chris, going to be here on the management fee itself. So typically management fees, ours range between 7.9 and 11.9% of the monthly rent. You're only going to pay if the property is rented, if we're collecting that rent. And then usually there's going to be some sort of leasing fee with property management. Ours is about half a month's rent. And then there are a couple of other fees in there too. We like to be very transparent and disclose all that. You can see more on our website, but I'm not going to bore you with all that right now. The big thing is, here's what I tell people. When you're shopping around and you're talking to different property management companies, should you absolutely know all the fees they charge? Yes. Should they be super transparent? Yes, absolutely. Should you purchase based off of a fee alone? No. Why? Because the true cost of property management is not in the fee they charge. It's in all those other things I told you about. So one work order could blow their fee out of the water compared to the next guy. You might think you're getting $20 a month cheaper with this person, but one work order later and you've already more than made up the difference. So you really, you might be thinking, well, like, how do I choose if they're all kind of looking the same and they're all, priced relatively similar, or maybe one's cheaper than the other? Here's what I tell people. Just go with who you trust, because at the end of the day, you've got to be able to trust who's in charge of your property. And if you don't trust them, that's not going to go far. And so you really need to go with who you think you can trust. And ideally, you go with someone who's not going to lock you into a year-long contract, so that you have some options if things just aren't going quite as you expect them to go. So you can get out of that high price with everything kind of involved, if that's something that you need to do. So hope that was helpful. Hopefully it didn't feel like a bait and switch with the fee thing. And if you have any questions, we'd be more than happy to chat with you. Our contact info is in the bottom here. And we are wishing you a brighter life through real estate. Thanks for watching.